I love it when you're this happy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me tell you something, guys. What I learned about my whole situation of finally being able to move forward. I don't say move on, because losing someone in your life is something so big. You can't move on from it, because I feel like when people say move on, like, they mean you forget, and you could never forget. You move forward. But anyway, this is what I was trying to say. What I've learned about my situation is that a lot of people are comfortable when you are unhappy, or when you are going through something more painful than they're going through, because they take comfort in, oh, at least, yes, I'm going through this, but at least my pain is not as bad as Simphiwe's pain, for instance. And that is so... I honestly lost a lot of, I don't say friends, but a lot of people that were nice to me, and a lot of people that were rooting for me when I was going through what I went through with losing Dumi, and going through all that pain, literally disappeared when I posted my pregnancy. All of a sudden, people were just like, I don't know, they felt some type of way. And it's like, why can't you be happy for other people? Why can't you be happy for me? Benwazi ukuza nithi, Sims, oh my gosh, you're going through this. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, this and that and that. But now that I have conquered, now that I am living my life, now that I've chosen to be happy, people are unhappy about it. The same people that were like, we'll always be there for you, call me when you need anything, blah blah blah. And it was like, really? Is this you? Is this you? Now you are unhappy because what? Because what? Because what, guys? Tell me. But I have learned that I live my life, whether or not we are tanda or tandi or wako. But it's me. I live my life, and I live it for me and nobody else. Because with what I've gone through, guys, no one can tell me that they know what I went through. Boguphi babes mankalipsu. Boguphi. And there are a lot of things that, yes, Dumi's death was very public, and it was in the public eye, and a lot of people think they know. They think they know what happened. They think they know what I went through. And they don't. You have absolutely no idea. No idea. And that's why I have chosen to live. Because, hey, guys, if I even had to tell you the half of it, you'd be shocked. There was a day, I remember, after Dumi got shot and blah blah blah, the funeral happened and blah blah blah. Yo, guys, hey, there was a day I had to go to the car, right? So this is what happened. They tried to hijack him. And his window was down, so somebody shot him, and then he drove off, right? So they didn't get the chance to take the car, so we still had the car. So after funeral happens, everything, his mom calls me and she's like, unegazi emotweni. And mina ngiyakhona ukulisula. And I understand why she couldn't do it, because that was her child, especially now that I'm a mother. I couldn't picture myself as a mother cleaning Tiani's blood in the car. That would break me to another, I don't know. But me, as Dumi's wife, I had to clean it. And that was so traumatizing. And it was so, guys, it was so painful. It was the most, So going through stuff, and there are a lot of things that are like that I went through. This is just one of them. It's just one of them. There are a whole lot of experiences that I went through. I had to plan a wedding and a funeral in 2 months. 2 months. There are a lot of painful things that I went through. And now I chose to be happy. I chose happiness. And it takes a lot for you to be able to trust again, to love again, to get to a point where you can say, okay, let me open up my heart. Because what they don't tell you about grief, it traumatizes you. You think, oh my gosh, if I date this person, what if now he dies and I go through the same thing? What if? So it takes so much bravery for you to be able to love again, for you to be able to say, you know what, I'm scared of this. I've got fear, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. It takes a lot. And also to just embrace being loved. Because as widows, we are judged so much for so many things. I always tell people this. I'm like, so many bad things have been said about me. And the irony, more bad things have been said about me than Dumi's killer. Let that sink in. Think about that for a second. More bad things have been said about me than Dumi's killer. Ubani lo bhuti loyo? Andimazi. Akunamuntu owaziyo. So mina guys, ngizophila. And I'm gonna love like I've never loved before. And people were offended about that statement when I said I'm gonna love like I've never loved before. Do I love Tino more than Dumi? Yes, I do. Why? Because I know what it's like to lose someone. I know that life is short. So I'm gonna kiss him longer. I'm gonna hug him longer. I'm gonna be in the moment with Tino for longer, because I know what it's like to lose the love. I know what it's like. And so I'm going to love more, and I'm going to live more. I'm going to experience life, because I know what it's like not to want to live. I know what it's like not to want to love. I know what it's like to feel like you